Saan sila? Tito, saan po sila nagpunta?
Peking duck. Karaniwang makikita ito sa mga Chinese resto. Paborito ng mga Chinese kaya syempre, nag-originate ito sa China. Kaya madalas, imported ang mga Peking duck dito sa Pilipinas. Pero alam niyo ba that there's a farm here in the Philippines na ito ang pinagkakaabalahan? Mag-raise at mag-produce ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Prima Duck nagsimula talaga to sa vision ni Doc Ayong Lorenzo na mag-supply ng quality at fresh na Peking duck meat sa Philippine market. Nagsimula to nung nabili ni Doc Ayong yung property na to noong 2012 at nag-start sila na mag-grow nung unang batch ng Peking duck noong mga 2013. Nagsimula talaga to nung nagkaroon ng avian influenza outbreak sa Korea at sa mga iba pang mga bansa sa ASEAN, kung saan yung Pilipinas lang yung isang very strategic na bansa na hindi apektado ng avian influenza. Kaya nagkaroon ng coordination yung mga foreign countries sa Pilipinas na naganap sila ng pwedeng mag-grow ng Peking duck. Sa China, sa Taiwan, sa Vietnam, sa Thailand, malaking market yung Peking duck meat. Ito talaga yung ginagamit nila para sa mga celebration at hanggang sa nakasanayan na rin, nakadevelop na rin yung iba't ibang bansa ng mga sarili-sarili nilang dishes for the Peking duck. Pero sa Pilipinas, ang pinakamalakas talaga kumain ng Peking duck yung mga kasama natin ng mga Chinese and mga Chinese-Filipino. Ang ating business model o yung production model natin for Prima Duck mula sa breeding, hatchery, grow out, processing plant, even yung feeds, sa atin. Kasi wala naman talagang other businesses na nagbe-venture sa ganitong masabi nating agribusiness. Unang batch natin is 500 lang. Yung 500 na yun, makakapag-produce siya ng mga 83,000. Sa ngayon po, nakakapag-produce tayo ng nasa 6,000 na Peking duck in a month. From the farm, diretso restaurant. So, yung restaurant, yung feedback ng restaurant, mabilis. So, nag-aayos natin. At nasusupply natin ng kung ano yung tugma dun sa pangailangan nila. Ang isang duck, iba't iba kasi ang requirement ng restaurant. So, may restaurant na nagre-require ng 2.4. Merong hanggang 3 kilos and above. So yung mga clients natin na malalaking restaurant sa Metro Manila, ang requirement nila is 2.7 hanggang mga 3 kilos. So may mga Chinese restaurant din naman na 2.4. Tapos yung mga Vietnamese na mga restaurant na mga nasa 2.5. So iba-iba. So yun din maganda sa Prima Duck kasi dahil nandito lahat yung production facility natin, we can customize based on the requirement of the market.
O diba ang mga Filipino? Pang world class na talaga. Imagine, Filipino company na ang nagsusupply sa mga Chinese resto ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Ngayon, talagang proud kami na masabi na ang Prima Duck ay nakakapag-supply ng locally produced pero world class yung quality at saka fresh.
Masarap talaga ang ang pagkain kapag fresh at galing sa farm. If you are conscious about your health, why not consider visiting a farm and see how it will change your lifestyle? Peking duck. Karaniwang makikita ito sa mga Chinese resto. Paborito ng mga Chinese kaya syempre, nag-originate ito sa China. Kaya madalas, imported ang mga Peking duck dito sa Pilipinas. Pero alam niyo ba that there's a farm here in the Philippines na ito ang pinagkakaabalahan? Ang mag-raise at mag-produce ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Prima Duck nagsimula talaga to sa vision ni Doc Ayong Lorenzo na mag-supply ng quality at fresh na Peking duck meat sa Philippine market. Nagsimula to nung nabili ni Doc Ayong yung property na to noong 2012 at nag-start sila na mag-grow nung unang batch ng Peking duck noong mga 2013. Nagsimula talaga to nung nagkaroon ng avian influenza outbreak sa Korea at sa mga iba pang mga bansa sa ASEAN, kung saan yung Pilipinas lang yung isang very strategic na bansa na hindi apektado ng avian influenza. Kaya nagkaroon ng coordination yung mga foreign countries sa Pilipinas na naganap sila ng pwede mag-grow ng Peking duck. Sa China, sa Taiwan, sa Vietnam, sa Thailand, malaking market yung Peking duck meat. Ito talaga yung ginagamit nila para sa mga celebration at hanggang sa nakasanayan na rin, nakadevelop na rin yung iba't ibang bansa ng mga sarili-sarili nilang dishes for the Peking duck. Pero sa Pilipinas, ang pinakamalakas talaga kumain ng Peking duck yung mga kasama natin ng mga Chinese and mga Chinese-Filipino. Ang ating business model o yung production model natin for Prima Duck mula sa breeding, hatchery, grow out, processing plant, even yung feeds, sa atin. Kasi wala naman talagang other businesses na nagbe-venture sa ganitong masabi nating agribusiness. Unang batch natin is 500 lang. Yung 500 na yun, makakapag-produce siya ng mga 83,000. Sa ngayon po, nakakapag-produce tayo ng nasa 6,000 na Peking duck in a month. From the farm, diretso restaurant. So, yung restaurant, yung feedback ng restaurant, mabilis. So, nag-aayos natin. At nasusupply natin ng kung ano yung tugma dun sa pangailangan nila. Ang isang duck, iba't iba kasi ang requirement ng restaurant. So, may restaurant na nagre-require ng 2.4. Merong hanggang 3 kilos and above. So, yung mga clients natin na malalaking restaurant sa Metro Manila, ang requirement nila is 2.7 hanggang mga 3 kilos. So, may mga Chinese restaurant din naman na 2.4. Tapos yung mga Vietnamese na mga restaurant na mga nasa 2.5. So, iba-iba. So, yun din maganda sa Prima Duck kasi dahil nandito lahat yung production facility natin, we can customize based on the requirement of the market.
O di ba ang mga Filipino, pang world class na talaga. Imagine, Filipino company na ang nagsusupply sa mga Chinese resto ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Ngayon, talagang proud kami na masabi na ang Prima Duck ay nakakapag-supply ng locally produced pero world class yung quality at saka fresh.
Masarap talaga ang pagkain kapag fresh at galing sa farm. If you are conscious about your health, why not consider visiting a farm and see how it will change your lifestyle? Peking duck. Karaniwang makikita ito sa mga Chinese resto. Paborito ng mga Chinese kaya syempre, nag-originate ito sa China. Kaya madalas, imported ang mga Peking duck dito sa Pilipinas. Pero alam niyo ba that there's a farm here in the Philippines na ito ang pinagkakaabalahan? Ang mag-raise at mag-produce ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Prima Duck nagsimula talaga to sa vision ni Doc Ayong Lorenzo na mag-supply ng quality at fresh na Peking duck meat sa Philippine market. Nagsimula to nung nabili ni Doc Ayong yung property na to noong 2012 at nag-start sila na mag-grow nung unang batch ng Peking duck noong mga 2013. Nagsimula talaga to nung nagkaroon ng avian influenza outbreak sa Korea at sa mga iba pang mga bansa sa ASEAN, kung saan yung Pilipinas lang yung isang very strategic na bansa na hindi apektado ng avian influenza. Kaya nagkaroon ng coordination yung mga foreign countries sa Pilipinas na naganap sila ng pwede mag-grow ng Peking duck. Sa China, sa Taiwan, sa Vietnam, sa Thailand, malaking market yung Peking duck meat. Ito talaga yung ginagamit nila para sa mga celebration at hanggang sa nakasanayan na rin, nakadevelop na rin yung iba't ibang bansa ng mga sarili-sarili nilang dishes for the Peking duck. Pero sa Pilipinas, ang pinakamalakas talaga kumain ng Peking duck yung mga kasama natin ng mga Chinese and mga Chinese-Filipino. Ang ating business model o yung production model natin for Prima Duck mula sa breeding, hatchery, grow out, processing plant, even yung feeds, sa atin. Kasi wala naman talagang other businesses na nagbe-venture sa ganitong masabi nating agribusiness. Unang batch natin is 500 lang. Yung 500 na yun, makakapag-produce siya ng mga 83,000. Sa ngayon po, nakakapag-produce tayo ng nasa 6,000 na Peking duck in a month.
Okay. Dito ako naka-highlight. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome once again to the Aggie Peace Talk 3, moving forward in challenging times through agripreneurship. Good morning to all our viewers on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and of course to all participants watching on Zoom. This is Mel Patokabe at matutunghayan po natin ngayong umaga ang patok na pagnenegosyo ng Pato. Ano nga bang negosyo ito? Malalaman po natin maya-maya. Ngunit bago po tayo magpatuloy, ilang paalala lamang po. Kung kayo po ay may mga tanong, for Zoom users, gamitin lamang po ang Q&A box. Para naman po sa mga Facebook and YouTube viewers, please type your questions in the comment section. Our resource person will answer your questions during the question and answer portion. Another thing, we will be giving out certificates of attendance para sa mga sasagot ng evaluation form. Pagkatapos ng question and answer portion namin, amin pong ipa-flash ang QR code ng evaluation form. Ipopost rin po namin ang link ng evaluation form sa chat box for Zoom users. And if you are watching through Facebook Live or YouTube, the link will be posted in the comment section. So ayan po, wala na pong dahilan para hindi makasagot ng evaluation form at hindi pagkuha ng certificate. So, start na po tayo. Before we introduce our resource person, atin pong pakinggan ang dekano ng UPLB College of Agriculture and Food Science. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Elpidio Agbisit Jr. Sir, you may
Hey,
now...
Mel, do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning.
Loud and clear, sir. Good morning
Salamat po. I'd like to acknowledge, first of all, to all our viewers this morning in Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook. Of course, to Mr. Alan B. Casajeros, our resource person for today, to the COPS webinar team and extension team, the brains and brawns behind the webinar series, to the men and women of the College of Agriculture and Food Science, and of course, our hosts, the Dairy Training Research Institute, a pleasant and learning morning to everyone. We are now on the second to the last webinar of our Agi Peace Talk 3.0, moving forward in challenging times through agripreneurship. Today's webinar is Patok na Pagnenegosyo ng Pato that we hope could inform you of the business of Peking duck, a popular ingredient in Chinese delicacies. Very, very timely as the lunar year started last week. But who knows that you could go into a successful business with Peking duck. That is why we invited our distinguished, very young resource person to share his knowledge and expertise on this area. A little trivia. Did you know that Peking duck was one of the main dishes on the imperial court of the Chinese dynasties? Very royalty. Suitable to you, our very royal and loyal viewers. To all the participants, this is your chance to be enlightened on the business of duck production. And of course, to ask questions. If you have friends that would like to watch our present or even our past series, kindly inform them to subscribe to our YouTube channel, CAFS UP Los Baños. Don't forget to subscribe to be updated. Once again, we are truly grateful for your support to all our webinars. Thank you. And together, let us move forward through agripreneurship in these challenging times. May you stay safe, healthy, and productive at all times. And God bless us all. Good morning again to everyone. Mel?
Thank you very much, Doc Pete. So ladies and gentlemen, that was the Dean of the College of Agriculture and Food Science, Dr. Elpidio M. Agbisit Jr. Okay, salamat po, Doc Pete. Now, let's move on. Our resource person. Our resource person is a man with many accomplishments. He is the Vice President for Operations at EDL Agritourism Farm Incorporated. For everybody's information, EDL Agritourism operates several agribusiness ventures in Capas, Tarlac. These businesses include Peking duck meat production under the Prima Duck brand, Japanese eel, pangasius, and livestock. He also trains to manage 2 plant facilities, and these are the East Asia Laboratories that produces veterinary products and animal supplements, And the Golden East Drive Laboratories that produces nutraceuticals such as folic acid, iron, malunggay, vitamin C, and turmeric. But before that, he worked as an animal nutritionist for East Asia Veterinary Products Incorporated. He was also technical specialist for San Miguel Food Incorporated. Interestingly, in 2017, he started a farm tourism venture in his family farm in Capas, Tarlac. This venture aims to bring back people's love for farming and instill to them the importance of agriculture and food security. And during the pandemic, he co-designed an online ordering system and launched a ready-to-eat 3-ways roasted duck named Roasted Duck Express. Our guest speaker is taking Masters in Entrepreneurship at the Asian Institute of Management. He completed his MS in Animal Science, major in Animal Nutrition from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Agriculture, major in Animal Science as cum laude from the Cavite State University. And in 2019, he was recognized as Alumni of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Alan Casajeros. Sir, you may now have the Zoom space.
Okay, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Marami pong salamat sa oportunidad na ito na ibahagi po ang storya ng Primada. Isa pong karangalan na maging part ng webinar series na ito in celebration of the 112th founding anniversary of the College of Agriculture and Food Science ng UPLB. I must say na ang UPLB ay meron talagang special na part sa aking pong puso dahil isa sa pinakamasaya at pinaka-memorable na parte po ng aking buhay ay nung nag-aaral pa po ako sa UPLB. Kaya ako ay excited na maging naibahagi ang presentation na ito sa ating pong lahat. Sa mga professors, sa mga staff, and alumni, and sa mga iba pa pong mga participants ng seminar na ito. Magandang araw pong muli sa inyo. And I hope na ang presentation po nito ay marami po kayong matutunan at maging inspirasyon po sa marami po sa atin na mag-venture sa agribusiness at sama-sama po nating itaas ang antas ng agrikultura dito po sa Pilipinas. Pinamagatan ko po ang presentation na ito na Patok na Pagnenegosyo ng Pato. This is a presentation about the Philippine duck meat industry, and to give you some information or some background of the presentation, here's the outline. First is I'll be discussing some of the statistics, some of data from the government and also from our company on the industry of duck meat. So we will be very specific on the duck meat. Pero for the information na manggagaling po sa government, most of them are for the eating. And then we'll talk about our business. So I'll show you about the business model, some of the challenges that we have, and our journey. And I will also share to you some of the responses that we took in response to the disruption of the pandemic. And this one is very exciting, tips in duck farming. So I'll show you some tips on duck productions, and also I prepared a return on investment. So you'll have an idea on the potential of this business. And then the key success factors, we'll also talk about that. So there are things that we really have to consider para maging successful yung ating venture. And then some new normal opportunities, some of the opportunities that na meron po tayo ngayon sa new normal. So dahil po sa epekto ng pandemya. And we will end with some conclusions and some of the lessons na pwede po nating magamit. Hindi lamang sa duck farming or duck production, kundi sa iba pa pong ating mga negosyo or ventures. So let's start with the Philippine duck meat industry. So here's a slide na makikita natin yung volume ng duck production and annual growth rates ng Philippines mula po noong October to December 2018 to 2020. So as of January 2021, the total inventory of duck in the Philippines was recorded at 12.22 million birds. Ang population po ng backyard ay tumaas ng 3%, samantalang ang commercial farms naman ay nagtala ng 4.8% increase. On the total duck inventory, this is very significant. 65.5% were raised in backyard farms at 34.5 naman po ang sa mga commercial farms. Almost 60% ng total inventory or the country's duck population ay nako-concentrate po sa tatlong region, which is yung Central Luzon, kung saan po nandoon yung aming farm, EDL farm, Western Visayas, and Soc-Sargent. Additional information lang on, but this is for 2017, 2018, and 2019. This is kind of old, based on the latest industry update of the government. Wala pa sila nitong updated. So here's the data. We can see here that the Philippine duck meat industry focuses on the layer ducks. So marami po mga laying flock. For balut production, called itik. So I just want to share, this madami po nagtatanong nito, pero ito yung isa sa mga in a way parang trivia na ano ba yung itik, ano ba yung pato, ano ba yung bibe, ano yung Peking, ano yung Pekin. So just to simplify, kapag po itik, ito po yung Philippine mallard duck. Kapag pato, ito yung Peking duck. Kapag bibe, ito yung Muscovy ducks. Kapag Peking, ito yung usually ginagamit kapag yung Peking duck buhay pa. Kapag Peking may G po, ibig sabihin naman ito yung either karne na o luto na. So, and also, mayroon pang pinagkaiba yung Peking duck sa roasted duck. So, magkaiba yung luto nila. So, something new, something na maybe pwede nating matutunan from this seminar. So ito ang makikita natin, majority ng mga information na nanggagaling po sa Bureau of Statistics ay nakafocus sa itik. It can be na possible na meron ding portion doon o kasama na doon yung Peking duck. Pero technically, magkaiba talaga yung industriya na yun. So noon pong 2019, meron pong 11.5 million population at ang total gross value of duck production in 2018 is 3.1 billion. However, the Peking duck breeds for meat production are not identified, and majority of the duck meat produced are derived from spent layers or yung mga cod, which is inferior in terms of meat quality. So here's another table on the volume and value of imported duck meat by quarter ng Philippines year 2017 to 2019. So ito yung sinasabi ko. This is same from Philippine Statistics Authority na makikita natin, we have data na pang-itik lang. Pero this one is very special because this is the data that shows the imported duck meat. So medyo makikita natin, this is a Peking duck meat kasi I don't think na mag-i-import tayo ng mga itik o yung mga culled itik. Just to inform everyone that US, France, Australia, ito yung mga usual na pinanggagalingan ng mga imported na duck meat sa Pilipinas na legal o merong dokumento. Pero marami po ang smuggled duck meat na nanggagaling sa Asian countries na hindi po nagre-reflect sa ating pong mga record sa gobyerno. The illegal sourcing of duck meat in the Philippines is rampant due to unavailability of quality local producer and weak government control. Kung titingnan natin, bakit ba mayroong smuggled na mga duck meat sa Pilipinas? Kasi mayroong demand. So meron kasing nire-require yung mga Chinese restaurants na quality ng Peking duck meat na hindi kadalasan na nami-meet ng mga local farms. At then meron demand, plus meron medyo mahina din yung ating control in terms of smuggled na mga karne, doon po nagkakaroon ng mga chance no, na tayo po ay magkaroon ng smuggled na duck meat. At ito po I must say no, very rampant, na marami po talaga. So, yun po yung isa sa mga problema natin dito sa ating pong bansa. No? Marami po ang mga smuggled. At ito din po ay nakakaapekto sa negosyo ng mga local producers. So the exact volume of demand for Peking duck meat cannot be identified due to illegal entry of duck meat in the country. So here's some of the news na nag-gather ko po galing sa internet from the Philippine Dairy Inquirer, the Manila Times, Sunstar, Philippine News Agency, that there are lots of news no, na maraming mga smuggled duck yung nahuhuli. And we are not sure if lahat ba nahuhuli. So here, we can see that 5 tons of illegally imported Chinese meat nahuli nila noong 2019. And another, before last month of 2019, 10 million smuggled Peking duck din nahuli sa Manila. And then this year lang, 8 million smuggled Peking duck meat and other pork meat sa Angeles City nakuha. Then another 320 kilograms of Peking duck sa Manila din. So, last year lang. So makikita natin na marami talaga mga activity no, na nagpapasok ng mga illegal na karne ng Peking duck sa ating bansa. So ano lang yung sinasabi dito? Merong demand. Kaya merong nag-smuggle. At meron din namang legally nag-i-import. So there is a demand for this kind of meat. So in a nutshell, the Philippine duck industry is primarily for egg production for balut and salted eggs. Local statistics only measure the volume of duck meat from spent layers or the culled. Then currently, culled duck meat were estimated at 7.91 thousand metric tons live weight in 2018, and this has an average value of 64.68 per kilogram live weight, significantly lower than 2017. And on the other hand, demand for quality duck meat is required by Chinese restaurants and hotels primarily for roasted duck preparation. Ito, ibig sabihin ito, yung kasing mga Chinese restaurants and hotels medyo or very specific sila sa quality ng karne na gusto nila. Kasi hindi pwede masyadong matigas, hindi pwede maraming galos kasi yun yung requirement ng roasted duck preparation na binibenta naman nila sa mga restaurants and hotels nila. But this is a very sad story because in 2020, we all know that the Chinese restaurant business was hard hit by the COVID-19 crisis or the pandemic, wherein most of the clients were encouraged by the government to close their dining spaces to, in a way, control the spread of the disease. So this is, just to give you some, so ako na po yung gumawa nito, this is the industry structure map of the duck meat industry, where we can see here the suppliers, the technology, the new entrants, substitutes, the products and services, and the channels, and the key markets, and also the trends and challenges po sa industriya po ng Peking duck. So makikita natin na kung nais po natin na mag-venture sa Peking duck, hindi po natin kailangan nagayahin yung mga existing na. Kundi po ang pwede natin gawin is we create some of the complementary na negosyo that will help the industry as a whole. So here's industry opportunities and threats under the old and new normal. For the opportunities, we can see that there's an increasing population of Chinese na lalong-lalo na bago po mag-COVID. Ang daming Chinese. So almost pumunta kayo sa Mall of Asia, pumunta kayo sa mall sa Metro Manila, sa Pasay, Mandaluyong and all. Sobrang daming Chinese talaga. And there's an increasing per capita consumption for duck meat, and Filipinos are looking for new food options. But under the new normal, there's an increasing demand naman for food delivery, there's a momentum of local food movement, and there's an increasing demand for shelf-stable, ready-to-eat meals. So on the other hand, there are challenges then ng old and new normal, which is the lack of government control, or maybe we can say there's lacking somewhere. No, I'm not fully aware of the problem and the system for the smuggling. And there's also a threat for avian influenza. There's a poultry disease related to illegal source duck meat, and temporary closure naman po ng normal, just like what I have mentioned kanina, the temporary closure of Chinese restaurants and low demand for duck meat. And then there's really supply chain disruptions. Just a short lang, no, introduce ko lang po yung, kung kanina, no, pinag-usapan natin yung industriya ko. So, ito naman po yung Prima-Duck. Ang Prima-Duck po ay nagsusupply ng fresh and locally produced and world-class quality of Peking duck meat sa mga Asian restaurants and hotels by breeding, raising, and processing of Peking duck from, yung pong breeders namin ay from Europe. So, Prima-Duck is a business trade name of EDL Farm. So, EDL Farm po naman is subsidiary ng EDL Group of Companies na nagdi-deal po sa marami pong mga ventures naman sa animal industry and other related and unrelated business ventures. So Prima-Duck contributes to food safety and security by being a better and safer replacement for imported and illegally sourced duck meat that may bring diseases in the Philippines. So dahil nga po ang isa sa mga problema natin ay yung illegally sourced na mga duck meat, maaari pong may sakit yung pong na makukuha natin. So ang business model po natin, we are employing an integrated duck production wherein we are importing parent stocks coming from Grimaud sa France. So, and also, then we rear the breeders and hatch the eggs in our breeding and hatchery facility sa Tarlac, and then we then grow the ducklings in our climate-controlled houses, and harvested ducks are processed in our own dressing plant before delivery sa mga Chinese restaurants. Pero nga po, nangyari po ang COVID, kaya po, nagkaroon po kami ng problema sa pag-deliver kasi disrupted po yung kanila pong market. So what we did is we conceptualized an ordering system and also a very innovative preparation ng roasted duck, which is yung Roasted Duck Express. So ang Roasted Duck Express po is an online platform kung saan po pwedeng mag-order ng mga produkto na like three-way roasted duck. Before COVID, wala naman pong three-way roasted duck na ma-order. So, ang three ways po ay minced duck, salt and pepper duck, and duck pancake. So, this is the box. So, perfect po talaga siya for delivery. And also gift po sa mga friends and also celebrations. Para iba naman, hindi lang naman po laging lechong manok yung ating daladala no, sa mga kainan. Pwede po yung roasted duck naman, maiba naman. Pero po, for now, we are only catering to Metro Manila. Celebrities have tested and were very satisfied with our roasted duck. Nandiyan po si Layam Concepcion, si Gretchen Ho, si Zaya, si Aubrey Ma, si Richard Yap, Billy Crawford, Wendell Ramos, and si Tim Yap. So, marami pa. Hindi ko lang na-include lahat. Pero, most of them, marami na po na nag-try and were really, very satisfied with the products na meron po kami. So, restaurants are also tested Prima-Duck meat and approved its quality. Sorry for the typographical error. So, ito na po. Ito yung mga tips sa duck farming. So, several tips lang sa duck production. Una, i-manage natin yung Peking duck na waterfowl. Kasi most of us are used to managing chickens. So, in our production, usually, ang ginagawa natin, sige, bana tayo kasi ang mindset natin is poultry din naman yan. Pero I would suggest that you do your research on how to do or to manage the ducks na based on their nature, which is they are waterfowl. Housing and equipments are very important. So, I would suggest na kapag po mag-venture tayo sa duck production ay aralin po natin yung housing technology and ano ba yung mga pangangailangan ng mga Peking duck like heaters, feeders, mga tubig. So kung paano natin yung i-disenyo, napakahalaga po nun sa success ng ating pong negosyo. Then success relies on your management. Kailangan talagang inaalagaan natin yung mga Peking duck natin para po sila ay lumaki ng maayos at mabilis. And know your numbers. I would really suggest, very important ang recording po dito sa duck production and get the best breed. Inbreeding po ay isa sa pinakamalaking problema na in a way nakikita ko po even online, no, marami pong mga groups na nag-venture ng mga growers. So marami yung nagbi-breed lang dito. Pero hindi sa pinopromote ko, no, yung ibang bansa. Pero based on what I saw, so I had an opportunity to visit all of the facilities ng Grimo sa France, sa Vietnam. I also did some visits sa Thailand. So, and marami pang iba-iba pang mga areas, Australia. So marami pang mga marami silang technology talaga na wala tayo. So if our mindset that sige pwede ng inbreeding kasi ginagawa naman ng marami medyo mahirapan tayo na mag-advance dito sa industry na to. So get the best breed talaga. Iba po yung performance ng talagang maayos na breed. Sabi nga, natutunan ko din naman to sa aking mga basic animal production courses na very important yung genetic potential. Yung genetic potential ang isa sa mga mag-limit ng performance ng animals na inaalagaan natin. Kung pwede natin yung bigyan ng pinaka-the best na management, pinaka-the best na nutrition, pero kung yung genetic potential niya ay medyo tagilid, hindi rin siya mag-perform. So, I really recommend kung gusto natin seryosohin talaga itong duck meat industry is to get the best breed. And then be mindful of poultry diseases. So, unlike chickens, marami ng mga experts dyan, pero for this industry, medyo kulang pa tayo sa ating background or sa ating technical knowledge in terms of diseases ng mga Peking duck, ng mga itik, and some other waterfowl breeds. Then think big, practice systems thinking. So something I've learned sa aming ginagawa, hindi pwedeng ayusin mo lang yung breeding, tapos hindi maayos yung hatchery mo, tapos hindi maayos yung growing mo, tapos pangit yung processing mo. Kailangan nakikita natin yung buong system para yung approach natin on how to address the problem, on how to improve yung ating ginagawa is medyo malawak. Nakikita natin yung kabuuan o kalahatan ng ating ginagawang negosyo o production para mas effective yung ating nakukuhang resulta. So kung integrated din yung gagawin mong business model, kailangan maayos yung iyong kabuuan ng chain of production, even the marketing hanggang sa dulo. This is the ROI calculation of 1,000 heads of Peking duck. The assumptions are 100 heads yung per grow, then 6 ducks per square meters, 5 cycles per year, high-performing breed yung ginamit, 2 feed type regimentations lang ang gagamitin, then 59 days to harvest, 14 days to clean, and 2 manpower at a time. So 15 years, useful years ng housing, and 5 years naman for equipment for the calculation of depreciation, and then 95% ang harvest recovery, and then considered lahat ng mga harvest natin ay Class A o yung pang restaurant talaga. So with that kind of calculation, ay meron tayong net profit. So the total production cost o yung puhunan sa isang taon. So meron tayong 5,000, no? Dahil 1,000 heads per grow and then 5 grow. So that's 5,000 per year. At ang puhunan po doon is 2.3 million pesos. Pero ang kita nyo doon, ang gross revenue is 3.6. So meron po kayo net profit na 1.38. So which brings us the ROI na 60%. So for those who are interested, pwede nyo pong i-email or pwede po kayong message akin sa Facebook, Alan Caseros 2, or the second, yun po yung aking account. At para ma-send ko po sa inyo ang Excel file po nito at magamit nyo po para sa inyo pong business plan. So, hindi po madali kuhanin yung 60% ROI sa totoong buhay. So, kailangan po, meron po tayong tinatawag na 10 critical success factors na ito. So, genetic potential, yung quality ng feeds nyo, yung feed conversion efficiency, yung harvest recovery, yung capital investment, depende sa housing na ibibigay mo, yung operational expenses, di pwedeng masyado kang maluwag sa paggastos, hindi mo na yung mababawi. Processing technology, mahalaga po yan kung paano kakatayin yung peking duck at napakahabang usapin pa po yan, no, kung paano nakakatay ng maayos. Yung quality management in terms of processes, in terms of operations, sa quality assurance, sa quality control. So, ayan po yun. Isa sa mga kailangan niyo pong gawin. And then meat tenderness, napakahalaga na makuha niyo yung tamang lambot ng karne. And then, dapat ay connected po kayo sa merkado. Kasi pwedeng makuha niyo, hindi niyo naman mabenta. So, magagastos din po kayo. So, in every crisis, there's danger, but there's also opportunity. Just like what John F. Kennedy mentioned, that the Chinese used 2 brush strokes to write the word crisis. So we're now in the crisis, and at ito po, binubuo ng 2 word, which is danger and also opportunity. So sa crisis po, be aware of the danger, pero hindi tayo pwede na parang okay na, tapos na yun, merong crisis, lulugmok na lang tayo kasi merong opportunity. Just to share na mas marami pong mga negosyo ang nagsimula talaga noong time na merong crisis at hanggang ngayon ay successful po sila. So ito po yung mga opportunities under the new normal that we can consider in our business. First is business digitalization. So this one is something that we in a way capitalized doon sa amin pong ginawang Roasted Duck Express. Online delivery siya. So maganda yung customer experience. So another opportunity is the increased focus on local farming practices. So isa dito is that dati madaling mag-import eh. Ngayon naman, pwede pa rin, pero iba yung presyo kasi iba yung, lalo na yung mga pang air freight. So like yung mga live animals, very challenging, no, na mag-import po sa ngayon. Kaya mas preferred naman yung mga locally produced na mga produkto kasi nandiyan na, malapit na. So isa po ito sa mga trends ngayon na mas marami yung preferred yung locally produced at saka regional ang approach ng sourcing ng supply chain ngayon. So ang pangatlo po is changing customer behavior. So ang mga tao po nagbago na maraming mga ginagawa natin ngayon, hindi naman natin yung ginagawa dati. So, nakasanayan na natin ngayon. So, maraming oportunidad sa mga pagbabago na yun. So, kailangan as an entrepreneur, as an agripreneur, makuha natin yung oportunidad na yun at saka yung maaral natin kung ano yung mga pangangailangan ngayon ng tao at ano naman yung mga asset na meron tayo na pwedeng in a way, makasatisfy dun sa need na yun at dun magmumula yung negosyo. And also, the pandemic created a more leveled playing field. So, kahit malaki, kahit maliit, almost parehas na ngayon na nagsisimula. So, it's an opportunity for us to start our agribusiness ventures kasi nga, ito na yung talagang, in a way, magandang opportunity, magandang time for us. And as conclusion, it is okay to fail. Kasi kapag hindi takot tayo mag-fail, hindi tayo makakreate ng magandang project, magandang venture. And also, pivot or die. So kapag may mga pagbabagong ganito at mayroon tayong negosyo, hindi natin binago, mamamatay talaga yun. Kasi kailangan sumasabay tayo doon sa mga pagbabago. And also, we need cooperation and collaborations. Kasi ating pong panahon ngayon, hindi kaya ng isang kumpanya na ma-address lahat ng mga challenges. Kailangan natin magtulungan sa academe, sa industry, at yung iba't ibang industry players like mga hatcheries, yung mga marketing arm, yung mga distribution. So lahat ng mga stakeholders ng industry na ito kailangan na magtulong-tulong kung gusto po na ang gobyerno, no, kasama din po doon, kung magkakaroon ng pagtutulungan, kung magkakaroon ng pagkakaisa para ma-improve ang industry ng duck meat, napalaki pong opportunity. Marami pong salamat. Yun lang po, and I hope marami po akong na-share po sa inyo at na ibigay po na insights po para po sa bawat isa. Thank you po.
Thank you very much po. Thank you very much for that very wonderful and enlightening presentation. Now let's proceed to the question and answer portion. Kung kayo po yung mga katanungan, please type in the Q&A box. We have a first question here. Galing po kay Sir Alan. Galing po kay Melbert Maitim. Ano po maganda at available na breed sa atin for backyard racing? Maraming salamat po.
Okay.
That's the first question po, sir.
Good morning po sa ating lahat. Sa ngayon po, ang gamit namin is Grimo. So, nag-import kami sa France. And there are times na ino-open namin kapag over yung production namin ng duckling. Binibenta namin yung mga duckling. So, yun yung isa, yung Grimo. And then, meron din Cherry Valley. Pero kailangan kasi makita natin ano ba talaga yung profile ng breed na gagamitin natin kasi pwedeng kahit sino sabihin pure breed to, ganito to, pero hindi natin talaga sure kung ano yun. So kailangan lang magtanong kung ano yung breed na gagamitin kasi magdidepende yung performance nun doon sa breed kasi yung iba't ibang breed meron silang specific na parameters na gagawa o na perform.
Okay, thank you very much. Another question, sir? Okay. What is the ratio of male to female?
For growing, syempre ano yun, wala namang hindi kung growing, wala namang specific na breed. Pero kung magbi-breed tayo, ang ginagamit namin is 1:7. 1:7, 1:5 to 1:7 yung ratio. Sa breeding.
1:7 or 1:5?
Yes.
Okay po. Okay, I hope that answers. From Miss Mirna Tumbokon, do you recommend any brand for feeds? And what's the ratio for feeds?
Hindi ko nire-recommend na any feed brand kasi kailangan lang malaman niyo kung ano yung requirement nung animals and then gumawa kayo o maghanap kayo o gumawa kayo ng feed. Kasi nagagawa kami ng feeds talaga na very specific dun sa breed. Kaya nadidesign namin talaga yung gusto naming performance. So walang magagalit sa akin yung ibang brand.
Oh, that's good. So kasi kayo po ang nagbebenta rin po kayo, sir, sa iba?
Hindi.
Hindi. For you lang. Okay po. Maraming salamat po. Now here's another question from Dennis F. Rocamora. Hello, sir. Ang primo or Peking duck po ba need po ng commercial feeds at incubator? Kasi dito po sa amin, madalas backyard farmers.
Okay. So for backyard farmers, kailangan ng incubator sa hatchery. Pero kung mag-grow, hindi nyo naman kailangan ng incubator. And then, yung another question niya is yung kung kailangan ng commercial feeds. Yes, oo. Kailangan natin ng commercial feeds para makuha natin yung timbang. Kasi ito yung isang key dyan, kapag masyadong tumanda yung Peking duck at hindi pa natin nakukuha yung ideal weight niya, titigas yung karne. So, hindi natatanggapin ng restaurant.
Okay. Thank you very much. And another one. Ano po kaya ang pwedeng gawin sa mga pato kapag hindi lagi nagkakaigi ang mga itlog? Hindi po napipisa.
Yun po yung pinagmumulan kasi kung titingnan natin, yung mga usual na nire-release sa market, ito yung mga meat type na Peking duck. Tapos bibreed natin sila. So para ba siyang broiler chicken tapos gagawin yung layer. So alam ko sa genetics hindi parang in a way ano ba tawag doon. Kapag maganda ka mag-produce ng karne na breed, hindi ka magaling mangitlog. So most likely kung na-experience nila yung hindi maganda yung egg performance nung Peking duck kasi nga yung breed na yung animal na ginagamit nila doon most likely meat type. Yun.
Okay. So hindi po ba pwedeng dalawa na paitlogan at saka for meat? May na nangyayari pong ganun.
Sa genetics alam ko hindi
Talaga.
possible 'yon. Either hindi ka magandang mag-perform, pwedeng dual pero average lang both laying and meat production.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Here's another one from Judel May Alpanta. Pwede po bang gamitan ng organic fertilizer pag nag-duck farming instead of synthetic? Salamat po.
Organic feeds po ba or organic fertilizer?
Organic feed, sorry.
Oo.
Yeah.
Possible, pero mas mahirap yon kasi kailangan masatisfy mo yung daily nutrient requirement nung feed. Kung magaling ka talaga, kakayanin mo yun. Pero kung magdi-design ka lang na parang, ito, kung ano yung available, yun yung papakain mo. Possible yun, mabubuhay yung Peking duck. Pero kung may target ka na weight and age and recovery and then yung breast meat yield kasi yun din yung tinitingnan, hindi ko sigurado kung makukuha yun ng gano'n. Kasi kailangan, kung very specific yung objective mo sa production, very precise din yung nutrition. Yun po.
Okay. Thank you very much. May mga katanungan pa po. I'd like to ask one question para lang po medyo, ano pong pagkakaiba ng pato, ng itik, at ng bibe?
Ayun, kanina na-mention ko, actually wala akong nabasa tungkol doon, pero ako lang, personally, kapag may mga nagtatanong, ang pinagkaiba talaga, pag itik kasi, yun yung tinatawag natin sa Philippine mallard duck, yung nangingitlog na, yung mga pangbalot, salted egg. Yung Peking duck, pato siya, usually puti. Then, yung bibe, yun yung muscovy. Yun yung usual na terminology na ginagamit.
Okay. Basically, the same family rin po. Ano po?
Yes.
Okay. So, let me see another one. Okay. So, maraming salamat daw po sa inyo, Sir Alan.
Thank you din po.
So, that was so enlightening. Meron pa pong katanungan? May questions pa po ba? So, if you still have questions, pwede rin po kayo magpahabol ng questions. I-email nyo lang po or i-message nyo lang po ang College of Agriculture and Food Science. And we will relay the question to our resource person at sasagutin po niya kayo. Okay, so may pahabol ho. Yan, from Ma'am Nenita De Castro. What is the selling price of your prima duck? Parang interested siyang bumili. Ano po? Do you consider setting up a kiosk outlet?
Yung selling, ang prima duck kasi ito yung parang raw meat. Nagre-range yun sa 280 to 310 per kilo. And then, yun naman pong kiosk, meron na kami sa Green Hills, San Juan, yun yung Roasted Duck Express. Then, meron kami na website, roastedduckexpress.com. So, online yung ordering. And then, i-deliver na lang yun through yung mga Grab or yung mga delivery system sa Metro Manila.
Magkano, sir?
Yung 3-way, nasa 2,500. 3-way yon, tapos isang box na yon, madami na makakain doon. Then meron din yung half of the 2,500. Parang ganun. Pero technically 2,500 per set. So meron na yon na roasted duck wrap, yung nira-wrap siyang ganun, ng may duck pancake. Then meron din siya na minced duck, yung may lettuce, vermicelli, and minced duck. And then meron din na salt and pepper duck. So set na yon, lahat ng kakailanganin mo for that either celebration or party. Nakaset na dun sa box na yon.
Okay. So, Tita Nenet, gusto mo umorder? Order lang po kayo. Okay. So, there are no more questions and we're running out of time. So, sabi ko nga po, if you have more questions, then you can email or send your message to the College of Agriculture and Food Science. So, I guess that's it. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Casajeros, for enlightening us. And with that, we'd like to present to you our virtual certificate of appreciation. Okay? So, let me read the citation. Okay? Certificate of appreciation to Mr. Alan B. Casajeros for serving as a resource person in the topic Patok na Pagnenegosyo ng Pato during the AGP Stock 3 Moving Forward, the Challenging Times Through Agripreneurship webinar sponsored by the College of Agriculture and Food Science, or CAFS, held on February 18, 2021. Given this 18th day of February at CAFS, University of the Philippines, Los Baños, signed by the Dean of the College of Agriculture and Food Science, Dr. Ilpidio M. Agbisit Jr., and the chair of the webinar, webinar committee chair, Dr. Pompe C. Santa Cruz. So, maraming salamat po. Okay. Sir Alan.
Salamat din po. Thank you din po.
And so we move towards the end of our webinar, and to inspire us some more, please allow me to present to you the director of the Institute of Animal Science. Everyone, to give us the closing remarks, please welcome Dr. Romel Solabo. Sir, you may now have the Zoom space.
Thank you, Ms. Mel. Good morning.
Good morning po, sir.
Sa mga kasama natin ngayong umaga sa AGP Stock 3.0, nakikita na ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. So in behalf of UPLB and the College of Agriculture and Food Science, maraming salamat po sa pag-attend nyo sa ating webinar ngayong umaga na Patok na Pagnenegosyo ng Pato mula sa aking inaanak sa kasal na si Mr. Alan Casajeros. Ako'y very proud na ninong. Isa po sa objectives ng programang ito ay maibahagi sa inyo ang mga possibilities sa agrikultura. Sa panahon ngayon, lagi ang nakikita na lang natin ay bad news. Pero napakaraming halimbawa ng mga successful entrepreneurs in agriculture. At isa po dyan ay ang ating speaker ngayon. Walang iba kundi si Mr. Casajeros. Napadali niya sa atin ang pagnenegosyo dahil isinare niya ang kanyang mga karanasan at naibigay niya ang mga critical success factors para mas maging maunlad ang pagnenegosyo ng pag-iitik. Ipangkita din niya at diniscuss din niya ang mga opportunities for the new normal. Napaka-importante niyan dahil ang merkado natin ngayon ay naiiba na. At yung pagiging innovative, to adjust to the new situation is something that we really need today. And it's good to hear na sa isang batang entrepreneur, agripreneur tulad ni Mr. Casajeros ay nakapagbahagi siya ng kanyang personal experience. So sa ating lahat, sana marami po tayong natutunan at sana maudyok po tayo sa pagnenegosyo ng pag-iitik. Sa muli, maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you very much po, Sir Romel. Oh, wow. Ano nyo pala siya? Inaanak, po? So, that's a good tandem. And today po, let's make this event memorable. So, everyone, kindly please turn on your camera for the photo op. So, yan. Sige po, para makita po ang inyong mga kagwapuhan, ang inyong mga kagandahan, yan. Okay po, ready na, Joey? Sige po, siguro mga ilang shots to? 3? Okay? Sige po, ready? 1, 2, 3, smile! Okay, one more time. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And
Thank you,
so,
Thank you, Romel, guys. Thank you, Mel.
okay. So this is it, everyone. Tapos na po tayo. Your certificate of attendance will be sent to your email after you answer the evaluation form. So, flash po natin sa screen yung QR code. Kung may QR code scanner po kayo, please scan the code na nakikita nyo po sa screen. Ayan po. And, or click on the link. Okay? So, ipopost po namin mamaya yung link dito sa Zoom chat box or sa comment section po ng Facebook and YouTube. And before you go, I would like to leave you something from success.com. Ang sabi nga po doon, don't wait for opportunity. Go and create it. So everyone, this is Mel Batokabi, and on behalf of the UPLB College of Agriculture and Food Science, mabuhay po tayong lahat. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Salamat
Thank
po.
you.
Thank you po.
Peking duck. Karaniwang makikita ito sa mga Chinese resto. Paborito ng mga Chinese kaya syempre, nag-originate ito sa China. Kaya madalas, imported ang mga Peking duck dito sa Pilipinas. Pero alam niyo ba that there's a farm here in the Philippines na ito ang pinagkakaabalahan? Ang mag-raise at mag-produce ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Prima Duck nagsimula talaga to sa vision ni Doc Ayong Lorenzo na mag-supply ng quality at fresh na Peking duck meat sa Philippine market. Nagsimula to nung nabili ni Doc Ayong yung property na to noong 2012 at nag-start sila na mag-grow nung unang batch ng Peking duck noong mga 2013. Nagsimula talaga to nung nagkaroon ng avian influenza outbreak sa Korea at sa mga iba pang mga bansa sa ASEAN, kung saan yung Pilipinas lang yung isang very strategic na bansa na hindi apektado ng avian influenza. Kaya nagkaroon ng coordination yung mga foreign countries sa Pilipinas na naganap sila ng pwede mag-grow ng Peking duck. Sa China, sa Taiwan, sa Vietnam, sa Thailand, malaking market yung Peking duck meat. Ito talaga yung ginagamit nila para sa mga celebration at hanggang sa nakasanayan na rin, nakadevelop na rin yung iba't ibang bansa ng mga sarili-sarili nilang dishes for the Peking duck. Pero sa Pilipinas, ang pinakamalakas talaga kumain ng Peking duck yung mga kasama natin ng mga Chinese and mga Chinese-Filipino. Ang ating business model o yung production model natin for Prima Duck mula sa breeding, hatchery, grow out, processing plant, even yung feeds, sa atin. Kasi wala naman talagang other businesses na nagbe-venture sa ganitong masabi nating agribusiness. Unang batch natin is 500 lang. Yung 500 na yun, makakapag-produce siya ng mga 83,000. Sa ngayon po, nakakapag-produce tayo ng nasa 6,000 na Peking duck in a month. From the farm, diretso restaurant. So yung restaurant, yung feedback ng restaurant, mabilis. So nag-aayos natin at nasusupply natin ng kung ano yung tugma dun sa pangangailangan nila. Ang isang duck, iba't iba kasi ang requirement ng restaurant. So may restaurant na nagre-require ng 2.4, merong hanggang 3 kilos and above. So yung mga clients natin na malalaking restaurant sa Metro Manila, ang requirement nila is 2.7 hanggang mga 3 kilos. So may mga Chinese restaurant din naman na 2.4. Tapos yung mga Vietnamese na mga restaurant na mga nasa 2.5. So, iba-iba. So, yun din maganda sa Prima Duck kasi dahil nandito lahat yung production facility natin, we can customize based on the requirement of the market.
O diba ang mga Filipino? Pang world class na talaga. Imagine, Filipino company na ang nagsusupply sa mga Chinese resto ng quality at masarap na Peking duck.
Ngayon, talagang proud kami na masabi na ang Prima Duck ay nakakapag-supply ng locally produced pero world-class yung quality at saka fresh.
Masarap talaga ang pagkain kapag fresh at galing sa farm. If you are conscious about your health, why not consider visiting a farm and see how it will change your lifestyle?